it's my lucky day. It's actually, cause if the world was ending, you come over right. Then when you see it afterwards on telly, and you're like, oh, I recognise this, where's it from? And then you're like, ah, I auditioned for that. I fully intended to just have like a bite, and I finished the whole samosa. That's lovely, what a nice little surprise. Thank you so much, Auntie Lillian. Basically, we're in lockdown and I might as well try and save as much money as possible. I could never be a waitress. I'll just drop all the food. Sicilian mousse is nice. Zesty lemon mousse covered in white chocolate, yes.
Extraordinary, not the same old story. Can't see cause it's wide out, but I can feel my way around and keep reaching for the sound. Yeah, cause it's a snow globe tonight, no need to go outside. It's good.
So it is Saturday and it's actually coming up to about 5:30, and all I've had all day is 1 cup of coffee and some water, which is not great. I teach on the weekends. I'm an online ESL teacher. By the time I finish everything, it's usually around about this time, sometimes a little bit earlier. It just depends. I mean, I could have breakfast before I start teaching, but that would mean having to get up earlier. And I kind of just prefer to prioritise sleep over food. Also as well, I'm not really a breakfast person. Like, I am more into, like, I love brunch, dinner. Yeah, I'm not really a massive breakfast person, so I can kind of take it or leave it, to be honest. Sometimes if I have a cancellation and then I've got like a spare half hour in between my classes, then I might have some porridge and coffee or something, but most of the time I don't. Just depends how I feel. So, first meal of the day then. Let's have this. All that's in here is leftover salad. I think there's a random slice of sweet potato in there, but it's basically just salad. So I think I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have tuna. Sweet corn in a salad just makes it so much tastier, so we're going to put some of that in as well. I just found an avocado in the bottom of my fridge that I didn't know about, and initially I was really excited because I would love to have avocado with this, but I have a feeling that it's definitely going to be off because I didn't know about it. So, and it's really soft. Let's open it just to see, but I know it's not going to be okay to eat, which is sad. It's my lucky day. It's actually okay to eat. I try and put my avocados in the fridge once they're ripe, because it really does help to keep them fresh for longer. When did I even buy that? It's got Marks and Spencer's on the label. When did I go to Marks and Spencer's? When I did that best friend gift box swap thing with Kaya. I did a video on that like about a week and a bit ago. So it's been in the fridge for like probably over a week, and it's still alright. Yeah. If the world was ending, you'll come over right. You'll come over and you'd hold me tight. Would you love me for the hell of it? All our fears would be irrelevant. Cause if the world was ending, you come over right. You come over and you hold me tight. Where's my tin opener?
Maggie Can, where are you? I'm telling you now, Maggie Can is like the best tin opener ever. I know it's just a tin opener, but it's not just a tin opener, because the amount of times I've bought really cheap ones that are like 99p and I end up spending like 15 minutes just trying to get into a can of tuna. They take it all off so easily like that. A bit of mayo. So I'm gonna put some Maggie's seasoning on. I know it's random because you usually would put this on like chicken or something like that, but it actually goes really nice in salads and just everything. Honestly, you should try it. Bit of Himalayan pink salt, just a teeny weeny bit, because I hate it when things are really salty. And a bit of black pepper. Yeah, there's my salad. I just went to put YouTube on to put on a vlog, and I randomly saw an advert of something that I auditioned for like months ago around Christmas time. It was an advert for Tampax, and it's the one where the girl is saying like, oh, do you ever fill your tampon? Well, you shouldn't, like that type of thing. And she's talking about how, like, you know, new Tampax Pearl Compact is really good for la 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 la, all that stuff. And I just saw that on one of the vlogs that I was about to play. So that was so funny because I was like, why do I know this script? But it's because I learned it when I went for the audition ages ago. Random. That's one of the things that's really funny sometimes when you're acting, when you go to audition for something, and if you don't get it, then when you see it afterwards on telly, and you're like, oh, I recognise this, where's it from? And then you're like, ah, I auditioned for that. And I've got some water to have with it as well. And I'm gonna watch my fave Megan Grub.
I am nervous today because of what I'm about to do. Good afternoon everybody and welcome to a new video. Today I thought for a change we'd have a pamper session and chat our way through it and yeah, just do some beauty routines at home, because I've been doing a lot of routines at home obviously because we're all in lockdown. Is everyone still in lockdown? I feel like some people aren't so much in lockdown anymore. Let me know if you're still in lockdown. I'm going to try this. So this is the Bleach London Champagne Super Toner for a pearly blonde. The hairdressers use after you bleach your hair.
Oh, I'm dropping this everywhere. So it's quite a bit later on now. I'm eating a lamb samosa. So yeah, I just put some washing on and then I get a knock at the door. Usually if someone knocks and I don't know they're coming, I won't answer because it's kind of getting late at night now and I live on my own. I just think it's safer to not answer, like if I'm not expecting anyone. So I usually would do that, but I always look through the spy hole and I could see that it was my auntie. At the door, she comes with these goodies. And these are called mandazi. And they're a little bit like, kind of like dumplings, like Jamaican dumplings, I guess, but they're not. In this foil, I've also got chapatis. So I'm mixed race and my mum's side are from Uganda in Africa and my dad's side are English. Chapatis, which I know are Indian as well, are something that we like to have as well in Uganda, as well as these. I called them mandazi. Mandazi is, as I said, just like dumplings kind of, and they're a little bit sweet and a little bit doughy and they're just like really yummy. So yeah, we tend to have that on my mum's side of the family. I fully intended to just have like a bite and I finished the whole samosa. That's lovely. What a nice little surprise. Thank you so much, Auntie Lillian. Wow, look at my hair. I'm just putting a bit of Maui Moisture coconut oil curl smoothie. I don't love this. It's okay, but it's not amazing. But anything will do for now. especially because I'm gonna plait it, so it doesn't really matter too much. By the way, I would never ever brush my hair usually. Like when you have curly hair, you don't usually brush it, apart from when it's wet. But because I'm gonna plait it, I guess this is kind of like my lockdown hairstyle or whatever. To be honest, it just saves money. If you have curly hair, you know that it gets really expensive. It gets really expensive buying hair products. Basically, we're in lockdown and I might as well try and save as much money as possible because I don't have to use much product, so win-win. Sometimes I use the lid of a container to put the food on whatever I'm eating instead of a plate. Does anyone else do this or is it just me? I mean, it's the same as a plate basically. I've got 3. Yes, I have taken a bite out of each of them because I wanted to see what the other flavours were. So that is lamb. I only have 1 lamb one left and then those 2 are vegetable. Here we go. 3 is a magic number. 3 is a magic number. I'm just gonna put them into some kitchen towel and dab them because sometimes when samosas are cooked in oil they can be like just excessively oily and I just don't like the taste of it. Just take you with me. Okay, now do I risk balancing? You can do this, Jean. Can you imagine if I dropped this? Oh my god, I'd be absolutely devastated. I could never be a waitress. I'd just drop all the food. I just prefer water, to be honest. Which is really funny because when I was younger, my mum would give me water. I used to hate it. I remember to try and make me drink water, my mum would have a glass of water and then give me a glass of water. So she would say, okay, let's have a competition and see who can down all of this water the quickest to try and make it exciting. Lol. Memories. I've got my samosas, 2 vegetable, 1 lamb. I've also got an orange. I don't know why, but I always feel like sometimes you get more of the juice when you eat it like this rather than when you peel it. Does anyone else find that? I just feel like sometimes you just get like all of the really nice, juicy, fleshy, good part of the orange. So for the last few months, I've just been really enjoying eating my oranges like this. Thornton's chocolates. It was my birthday last week. I am now the grand age of 28. Gosh, I can't believe I'm 28 years old. I still feel like I'm 19, to be honest, but that is exactly what old people say. What's the saying? You're as young as you feel, that's it. Sicilian mousse is nice. Zesty lemon mousse covered in white chocolate. Yes, reminiscent of Sicilian lemon groves. Might have that. I'm just gonna have 2 and then that's gonna be it. I guess that's gonna go ahead and conclude this video then because I'm not gonna have anything else to eat now, that's it. I'll probably drink a little bit more water and then I'm gonna brush my teeth and get ready for bed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I haven't said this for a really long time, but subscribe if you want to. I am subscribed to YouTubers that don't upload all the time and it's a nice surprise in my subscription box when they do upload. So if you want a nice little surprise in your subscription box every now and then, maybe every month, maybe more, you know, then subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye. Good night.